And we are live. Hey guys, I'm Wolfie, and today we have big news. I'm sure you guys heard it. I'm a little late. I'm a teensy-weensy, just a tiny bit, a little bit late to this news. Hold on, let me drink some water. I'll let people flood in a little bit. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull up the article. See if people come in or not. If not, I'll just start ranting. All right. Val in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Papa J in the house. Sorry for the last minute surprise. I had to quickly get this together as fast as I could. And then I was just like, live, this many minutes. Let's make this happen. So I'm sure you guys all have heard. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope your day is going well. Nice for life. Let's fracking go, baby, as Tom Grossi would say. All right. So Fred Warner signs a 3-year extension, $63 million, 56 of it guaranteed. That makes only $7 million of that not guaranteed. So it's practically fully guaranteed at that point. You're just kind of, just really kind of pushing it. But I mean, the guys deserved it. Like, and I'm sure there's no 49ers fan out there that's going to think themselves, yeah, he doesn't deserve it all, like, or anything like that. Man's making $21 million a year. What he did for this team, for us as a fan base, is phenomenal, man. Year in, year out, he sacrifices his body. He's one of the most consistent linebackers in the league. He's a gift from God, man, from the NFL gods. We got him in the 3rd round in 2018, I believe. This guy is a bona fide Hall of Famer. This guy is going to be a Hall of Fame linebacker. And his play has not stalled. His play has not gotten any worse. He's a great guy. He's on and off the field. He's a great leader. He never talks about the money, never causes any problems. I mean, when he wanted his extension, he showed up to work every single for voluntary camp every single day. This guy's a true leader, and this is someone you cannot mess around with. This is someone that you cannot play games with. And I'm super happy the 49ers fan base. So the 49ers fan base and the front office are on the same page on getting these deals done. I mean, I have never felt more. I keep saying this every time it happens, but like, this is the greatest offseason of the Kyle Shanahan and 49ers era. Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, all that era ever. Like, it truly, honestly is. Like, when it comes to the offseason. I mean, they learned their lesson, it seems, last year when they got Deommodore Noor signed immediately, when they fired the coaches of the defensive coordinator and special teams guy, when I got Robert Saleh and Brant Boyer, got rid of the dead weight on this team, and now we got these players signed before June. Dude. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before from this fan base, from this front office. I keep saying fan base. But I've never seen anything quite like it, and I'm super proud of the front office. I truly am. They figured it out. They realized they can't be messing around with these things, playing these negotiation games, and they're getting it done. Like, whatever conversation Jed York and Parag, that whole conversation about how apparently Kyle has less, influence, and it's going to be more of a team kind of type thing, or whatever that article was about, man. It seems like that's coming to fruition, man. And I'm not saying that's an indictment on Kyle Shanahan, but it's definitely something that whatever they talked about, whatever they decided to get together on, say, hey, we're this is what we're doing, it's working. It's definitely something the 49ers fan base can just really get behind and be excited about. And it's a lot more than just, you want your team to have a good, cap situation, things of that nature. You want your fan base to be happy all the time, whenever you can make it happen. And I think that's what they're doing. They're going out there, making sure everyone's happy, make sure everyone's satisfied. And I've never been more happy, man. I've never felt less like I know it's just a game, but for someone like me who absolutely loves football and loves this team and keeps track of it all the time, the passion I have for it, like it's so that like the stress just isn't there. I don't have to think about it. You're not hearing content creators constantly complain about it. You're like, we're not going to go through the emotions anymore. It's not, is Mac Jones going to take the job of Brock Purdy? Is Fred Warner going to get traded at some point? Is that why they're stalling? So that, when June 1st comes by, there could be a player that's available after June 1st. Like those conversations, we don't have to worry about that now. And it's so much bliss. There's so much peace coming from that I feel so ecstatic. And I just feel like I cannot, this smile on my face is damn near hard to impossible to like just remove, dude. And I know there's some like non-49ers fans out there that are saying, oh, you guys got rid of everybody. You signed Brock Purdy, who's not good enough. You guys have a terrible offseason. They do not know what they are talking about. They don't know. Every 49ers fan that I know personally absolutely loves everything that's happening in the offseason. So Fred Warner, man, well-deserved. This is his second contract, his second time being paid as the highest paid linebacker, and certainly deserves it. We're going to have him until he's 32 years old. Couldn't be more happy. This is, God, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, the Dollar Dollar thing happening in the middle of the season, cutting all the players that are trash, getting a better defensive coordinator, if not the best, getting the best special teams coach. I mean, this is just – oh, dude, I feel so good. I feel so good right now. Now they just got to put it together. Now they just got to put it all together is what they have to do now. They got the pieces. They signed the pieces. There's no more disgruntled situations happening. Everyone should theoretically show up for training camp, preseason, and all that. No holdouts. The only thing I guess they do have to sign a couple rookies, but that's something that usually takes for all teams up until training camp or mandatory camp and things like that. So there's no concerns there. But when it comes to the players that are proven, the players that we needed to get done, it's all settled, right? It's all good. So I think this is just one of the – I keep saying it a lot, but it's just one of the things I cannot stop thinking about in a positive light. So the first time in Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch's era, we have had no drama in the offseason. That's something that's something you have to appreciate, right? So any NFL fan that thinks Fred doesn't deserve this contract has only watched football for 1 year, 110%. And even last year, man, I thought he still played phenomenal. Even that 1 year you watch him, you're like, okay, he deserves that contract. Is it possible that all haters are wrong and we actually were able to pay Brock and everybody? That's one thing that I never really understood with when people say you can't pay everyone. It seems to me that's never really ever been the case, right? I'll give you examples. Jimmy Garoppolo, we paid him highest. He was the highest paid quarterback. He broke the market. He had the highest cap hit. We still paid our players, went to the Super Bowl, etc. Jalen Hurts, at one point was the highest paid quarterback. Right now he has a contract that's close enough to Brock Purdy's contract. Same thing with Jared Goff. Same thing. Dak Prescott getting paid $7 million more. And guess what? All three of those quarterbacks I mentioned have at least a great to an elite team, and they're paying their quarterbacks $50+ million. So it's weird that people are saying you can't pay all your players. It's like, well, they've done it before, won, and succeeded. And other teams have done it, like the Cowboys, like the Lions, like the Eagles, for example. And they have just about the same exact contract as Brock Purdy, if not better. So it's a ridiculous argument. It's because they want the 49ers to fail. They want the 49ers to be bad. They want to put doubt in the 49ers fans. They want you to look at it and be like, oh my God, we can't pay anyone. We can't do it. That's what they want. They want a one-up on you. When in the history of paying the quarterbacks, cap space has never stopped the team from being at least great to elite. Will there be one or two players that we cannot pay and move on from? Yeah, sure. But one or two players that's not a quarterback or an all-pro or whatever isn't going to break the bank or hurt this team to that extent. That you can replace those players, may not to the best of their abilities, but you'll be able to replace them to have them be productive. So to think that this one contract which will suddenly make the entire team just collapse, and we'll never have another elite corner, we'll never have another elite safety, we'll never have another elite pass rush or offensive line, which we never had. But it's a ridiculous argument because throughout the league, you can find perfect examples of a contract like this not hindering the team. So it's just fans just trying to, implement doubt. NFL fans, not 49ers fans, but just implement doubt into your team to make you hate your team, to make you feel like, okay, that wasn't worth it. That's what they're trying to do. And I never understood that. Anyone know our current cap space? It should be a lot. Let me go ahead and check. What is it? What's it called? Over the cap. Hold on. Over the cap. Let me check over the cap real quick. Salvador in the house. Juan in the house. What is up? Forgot to give you a couple of guys there shout outs. Papa J, best modded broken. Askur. Let me go ahead and bring up the 49ers real quick. They still haven't updated Brock Purdy's contract yet. As of right now, I'll show you guys here so you guys can see it, so I'm not bullshitting you. Let me go ahead and show you guys real quick. San Francisco, boom. All right, so $42 million. Did I pop it up? Loading, boom. All right. So this is going to over the cap. Right now they have $42.9 million in cap space. And that's this year, 2025. Yep, 2025. So Brock Purdy's contract, let me zoom out a little bit. Brock Purdy's contract has not been updated yet, as you can see here. Was it George Kittle was next? I think George Kittle is fixed, right? Let me double check. All right, so his contract has been updated. George Kittle's contract. So after George Kittle's contract, we're at $42 million. Well, 43, realistically, actually, we're at $43 million. So we still don't have an update on Brock Purdy. Where is – Fred Warner's contract hasn't been updated yet. That'd be crazy. It has not, no. So Fred Warner's contract hasn't been updated yet. Neither has Brock Purdy's, but right now we're at $43 million. So we'll see how that breaks down. I'm actually shocked they don't have Brock Purdy's contract yet. You'd think they would have that on Monday, 2 days later after all it happened. So honestly, though, yeah, I'm not really too concerned because like if you have $43 million, you save $5 million for the rookies, which you've already started to sign, so that's $37 million. Then what is it? Then you already got just George Kittle's contract already accounting for it, for the money already. So it's just the two players. If you put 20 something million dollars on Brock Purdy's contract right now, and Fred Warner's contract, which is supposed to add more cap space, because that's what I've heard. I've heard that the extension is supposed to add more cap space to the 49ers cap. So, we'll still have – my biggest fear is that my floor for the 49ers to have cap space this season, and I'm not talking about next season, but just the floor of this season, I think that it's got to be $30 million tops. And I don't even think they'll do that. But my thing is, I think it's about $30 million tops for Brock Purdy's cap hit. And even then, they'll have $10 to $15 million in cap space because Fred Warner's cap is supposed to save extension to save the 49ers money this year. So that still allows us to potentially trade for a player at the trade deadline, which we usually do when we're rolling. The team looks like it's going to go to the playoffs. It's going to be Super Bowl contenders. The 49ers tend to trade for a player. So that door is still open. If you have $10 to $15 million, it's definitely an opportunity for you to still trade for a player. And I think that's the only reason why you keep cap space for the current year. So I am I'm ecstatic, man. I've never felt more happy. I've never felt more comfortable. I've never felt more ecstatic about our situation. I can't believe that the 49ers have learned their lessons and given the 49ers fans a gift, whether or not they recognize that or not, or if they just like, we're doing this regardless of what they think, or we're not even going to think about what they think. We're just going to do this regardless, man. They're giving us a gift. They're giving us something that we can, take into summertime and just have a good time, man. Just look forward to training camp and have everyone be there. Look forward to the preseason. Look forward to the OTAs and not have to think about anything, dude. And just think about who's good, who's not, what's working, what's not. That's the thing we can finally do. And I mean, it's also the thing with the kickers too, as well. Like we signed Greg Joseph to challenge with Jake Moody. So there's that question being resolved. Really, there's only one concern about the 49ers right now, and that is the offensive line. Everything's been addressed with the rookies and the D-line. The entire defense has been addressed. Special teams, the kicker situation, wide receiver, running back, even the tight end situation has been addressed. So it's just this everything's perfect except for one thing, which is the offensive line. The offensive line is the only thing that's kind of like, what's going on there? Trent Williams getting older. Is his play going to decline? You can almost count on him missing 2 or 3 games. So do we even have a swing tackle that's going to be good enough to take on that job? Left guard is still a question mark. Brendel's already bad. So, is he just going to get worse? Will McKivitz be able to repeat his performance next to Pooney? Will Pooney be able to repeat his performance as a rookie pretty much as an all-pro? So every position theoretically on the offensive line has a question mark, which makes the offensive line just one giant question. And that's my only concern. My only concern is one thing. Nothing else concerns me. I feel like us fans can go to Cancun now. 100%, man, 100%. No off-season drama for us. Yay! Let's go, baby. Oh, a button came loose. Oh. Turned into one of them streams. Sal, what's up, Wolfie? Bang, bang, not a gang, baby. If we need that extra piece of depth during training camp or midseason, we should still be able to get that. Theoretically, yeah. Theoretically, yes. That should not be a concern. I am not concerned. Because if we have $10 or $15 million, that should be enough to actually address the needs. Let's go get a real free safety and an extra wide receiver. I don't think we need an extra wide receiver, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind an extra wide receiver, but I don't think it's like a need necessarily. Free safety, I mean, sort of, but I'm not. I mean, you got Marquise Sigil. You got a few depth pieces at that free safety spot. I know you don't believe in Juwan. I know you don't believe in Jair Brown one, but I mean, he was working with Nick Sorensen. But when Jair Brown was working with Steve Wilkes, he was fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and give Jair Brown a little bit more of a leeway. The safety position a little bit more of a leeway. Wide receiver position for the most part, I'm not too concerned about. I would not mind signing someone like Gabe Davis or another wide receiver. I wouldn't mind it, but if we didn't do that, I don't think it's the end of the world. Because I want to start the season with more than just one vet. Because Brandon Ayuk is not supposed to play, and Demarcus Robinson is supposed to be out for 3 weeks. So you'll only have Juan, who's like your only. You'll only have Juwan Jennings, who's your only starting vet in that year. So that's my only concern there. But Brendel's the biggest concern. 110%, man. That entire offensive line, dude, is just concerning. We could not be starting Pinnock at free safety. Brown's a natural strong safety, and it might be too soon for Sigil. There's question marks for sure, but I mean, do we not trust in Robert Saleh? In Robert Saleh, we trust, man. And I understand that, you don't want to put that onto a rookie, but we've done that before and it's worked out. Pinnock is actually not that bad. He could be better. We'll see how that goes. You got also Richie Grant, I believe, is still out there. I don't know, man. I'm not as concerned at safety as you are. I trust Robert Saleh. I trust that Jair Brown can play that position based on how the scheme is. He's not your super fast sideline to sideline safety, but if Robert Saleh thinks that Marquis Sigil, Pinnock, Richie Grant, the other safeties that we got, and all of them are good enough, I'm going to have faith in Robert Saleh to get it done, and I'm not concerned there. My concern is really just that offensive line. That's the one thing I do not trust that like at all. So that's my biggest concern right now. Richie Grant actually, let's go look at the stats real quick. Actually, Richie Grant didn't play last year with the hold on. Let me find it real quick. He didn't play last year because Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates were playing. Hold on. Where's the trying to find all the game log stats. In 2024, he didn't get to play much because he was playing behind Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons. But in 2023, where he was more the full-time safety, he had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 interception, which I don't think is pretty bad at all, and 6 pass deflections. So I would say that's pretty good. The year before that, 1 forced fumble, one fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, and 7 pass deflections. In 2024, he played. He was in 17 games. He only had 14. He had 13 solo tackles and 1 assist, which means he didn't get to play that many games in 2024 behind those safeties. But in 2021, all in 2023, he didn't play that bad. He has pretty good stats in 2023. Let me go ahead. I'll bring it up for you. If you guys are concerned about that, and I wouldn't even say stats are too much. So, look at his stats here. He's got 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 6 pass deflections. The year before that, 7 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, 1 and 1 and 1. So, yeah, I'm not. If you get 2021 to 2023 Richie Grant, you got a pretty good safety. Actually, I think the 2024 one, you can easily tell he did not play that many snaps in 2024. And if you're saying his PFF grade is god awful and he was really replaced by mid-aging Simmons, everyone wanted Justin Simmons. So it's just interesting that that's the case. Everyone wanted Justin Simmons the start of that year, of last year. If you can get 2023 Richie Grant, I disagree with that. If that small sample size of what Richie Grant did in with the Falcons, then I would say, yeah, it's bad. But then the small sample size of him wasn't very good, while the large sample size of him, his production was pretty great, right? So I don't know. I disagree. I don't think that and not to mention you're working with Robert Saleh, who actually will know how to use Richie Grant, especially with Pinnock out there. I actually like Pinnock. I think Pinnock actually has potential as well. He ran a 4.49, if I remember correctly. So I disagree. There is a bunch of ifs, though. I will say there's a bunch of ifs, but these safeties have experience, and I'm not going to go off his 2024 PFF stats that are limited in snaps where he barely got to play. So I just think all our safeties except for Mustafa are all either unproven or just straight up bums. I know you hate Jair Brown. You don't give you're not giving Jair Brown a pass at all, which I don't think is fair. Like he was working with Nick Sorensen, man, that didn't know how to use him, right? I don't think it's fair that you don't give Jair Brown a pass. I think it's unwarranted. I think it's just straight up hate. Like you're like Kendrick Lamar to Jair Brown. I'm sure of it. So, all right. So Fred Warner signs with the 49ers, extended. Everything is great. His last name's Brown. It's doo-doo for him. It's his sophomore year, man. And then he played great his rookie year. I don't see how you can have so much animosity towards this guy. I don't see it. But hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. he has a chance to prove you wrong. Obviously, he's gonna have a chance to prove you wrong, and we'll see. We'll see how if he's buns or not. Especially with Robert Saleh. If you can't figure it out with Robert Saleh, man, then you're definitely not good. We'll definitely see there. But as an update, too, guys, by the way, there was a miscommunication with Larry Krueger and I about when we were going to do live. He thought we were going to go live today, so there's a bit of miscommunication. He thought it was today. He thought, even though there's a huge miscommunication there. I have the messages. I told him Monday the 26th, can you do that at 3:00? And then he texts me at 2:11 asking for, where's the invite? I'm like, well, I was going to send you at 2:45. I thought we were going to do this at 3 on the 26th. I guess there's a miscommunication. Then he sends me a message later saying, I'm ready. And I'm like, well, I can get ready right now. So I got ready real quick. And they told me, hey, let's reschedule. And so there's a huge miscommunication apparently that happened. And I don't know if it's going to happen now. I don't know what's happening because he hasn't texted me back yet. Because I asked him, all right, let's reschedule. Can you do the 26th like we planned, like I thought we planned and stuff? And we'll see. So I don't know if that's happening now or if it's not happening now. I hope it does because I really wanted to do a show with him. It was something I was deeply looking forward to. But he thought the next day, he thought Monday, today at 3:00 or something. I thought it was Monday the 26th, which I thought I said that. I clarified that. But no, we had a miscommunication. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. So I'll keep you guys posted if it happens. But as of right now, just based on how it sounds, I want to give your hopes up. So it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't happen, that really sucks. This is something I really wanted to do. It was a big opportunity. It's someone I always wanted to interview, someone I'll be a part of the show with. And if it never happens, that's life, man. Sometimes things just don't happen. It is what it is. And sorry, guys, that it didn't work out. And I know that Juan and Papa J and a few other people wanted to make it happen, wanted to see it. But if it doesn't happen, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know in the future what exactly is happening. So, All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. We talked about Fred Warner, and we talked about the state of the 49ers, how great it is, the vibes that we get, and stuff like that. This is the greatest offseason ever, and I couldn't be more excited. I could not be more happy. I appreciate you guys have to say about that. I don't want to say too much, but it doesn't seem like it's. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you, Juan, for being here. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You're awesome. As always, man, appreciate your commentary. Appreciate your opinions. Papa J, appreciate you as always. Best spot of Broken Esport. Crazy Juice at Sorensen was a huge problem last year. 110%, dude. Did not know how to use pieces. Appreciate you being here as well. Val, thank you so much. You're OG. Always show up. Always hit that like button. You're awesome. Salvador, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Niners for life. 110%. You guys are absolutely awesome. The best Wolfpack a bro can ask for, man. 110%. And you guys make this experience awesome. You guys make this dream of mine what it is, and it's nothing without you guys. So thank you for every single one of you guys coming in here and spending your time with me. Truly, it's awesome. To everyone who watched this later, be sure to sub if you haven't subbed already. I'd love for you to be part of the Wolfpack, be a howler, be part of the conversation, and of course, like this live, because every single like makes my 49ers heart grow from here to here. All love, fam. I'll see you next video. Bang, bang, not a gang, baby.